Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in again for another update. I really don't have a lot going on. Then again, I really don't know what I'm doing, so let's just lean into it and kind of just show you what I've been up to for the week. Um, right now, I decided to start this week off with eBay because that's where I need to start shifting some more focus. I want to, even though the fees irritate me with eBay because of the marketing costs, all that stuff. It's still the best place to sell cards, so or at least the most eyeballs. So I've been working on getting the eBay store a little bit more stocked up. Fanatics and the Vault is still my primary objective, but just to get started with, I want to make sure I have cards on eBay so that I have money to buy new cards because I typically don't like to spend my real money, and I only like to use money that's converted from cards. So got some stuff uploaded this week. I'll talk a little bit more about that stuff later, but I decided to take down all my raw listings. I didn't have very many up, but I had a bunch of these Panini Star Wars cards where I had the complete sets, or the complete puzzle, I should say, but they were raw. I didn't want to grade them because of the cost, but after getting this batch back, I think I paid $60 roughly to get these 6 cards graded. I just listed them, so make an offer, never pay what I have it posted at. I'm very negotiable and flexible, so just let me know if you're interested. But I decided to go ahead and just stick to graded cards. But with that, I'll go ahead and get started. First up is the new additions this week. Thanks again for tuning in and experimenting. So this week I have it chopped up a little choppy. So hopefully I'll get things flowing in the future. Thanks.
So I really haven't had a whole lot going on over the last couple of weeks. So I'm kind of on a holding pattern. I'm running through my auctions, and now I'm kind of getting stuff that I'm going to be sending in eventually. So what I'm doing is I'm putting together an order of cards that I'll send in at the $18.99 price range. Here is a Ichiro Suzuki rookie. A really clean version of it. The only issue is that bottom border right there. Hopeful for a 9 on that card. 1988 Fleer Billy Ricken FF Error. It's a nice sharp card. A little bit off center, but I think it has a nice shot at a 9. Here is the iconic Ken Griffey Jr. rookie on 1989 Upper Deck. I took this out of a complete set. I'm guessing it'll probably come in at around a 6 or 7. There's just so many graded. It's hard to grade high because there's so many samples to be compared to. Got a Michael Jordan 1989-90 Hoops. This is the Sears edition, the yellow. Really loving Flair right now, so I've been picking up a lot of Flair stuff. When I say picking up, I mean pulling out of my cards that I have in my collection. So that's a nice one. I think this is a row 1, if I'm not mistaken. So, yep, this is the row 1 right here. It's a little more reflective. It's a nice card too. I prefer the horizontal. Row 1, C24. Nice. And then Flair Hot Gloves. These are always popular. Really enjoy these cards. Sending in a lot of 90s, 2000s stuff. I really haven't been focusing on that, grading any of that, so I just happened to accumulate it a lot. Here is a 1997 Donruss Signature Series David Ortiz rookie. This one will probably be pulled back. If I send it to Fanatics, I might send it in myself. I'm not sure. Here is the 1998 Donruss Signature Series Nolan Ryan auto. This is a tight card. Corners all look really good. Didn't find any scratches. This has an outside shot at a 10. Donruss Elite 1997, I think. What's in there? Anyway, Donruss Elite card. Those. Oh, and here is the oh, I've never seen this before. They sent it back as miscut, no grade, but it's cut to size. They charged me for it too, so that's a new one. I thought it might have been min size, but it actually says miscut. Do not holder. Huh. Interesting.
So, Fanatics Collect had another relatively soft week. Very satisfied with the level of actions on the number of bids, but the actual final sales are pretty soft. I'm still averaging significantly less than the industry average whenever I sell on Fanatics, at least through the weekly auctions. And I kind of understand that I'm doing this for a different reason than just to make as much as I can. I'm trying to create some liquidity, so it is what it is. And but overall, not terrible. Just a softer week than I would have hoped. One card that did outperform my expectations was this 1984 Topps Dan Marino rookie card. It's a 7, but it is a strong 7. This might be a candidate for cracking out, just to see what you get on a different grading company. But came in at $92, so my net on that was 94. Prior to this auction, cash offer come in for 50. I countered at 55, and they rejected that counter, so ended up working out well for me. A lot of Back to the Future stuff went this week. Finally going to be out of this mess in the next couple days, or next couple weeks, I should say. Doc Brown went for about the same price as it went on eBay, but I don't have to pay fees, so there is a significant win there. Same for the George McFly. Went for about what it went for the same that Doc Martin went for. The nice thing about this sale is that I do get to keep all the money. When I sold the Doc Martin for $83 on eBay, I want to say my net on that was $55. So much better return here on the actual final sale price. And this is kind of the reason why I'm switching all my inventory over to vaults, is to kind of get out of that eBay fee structure. I actually sold a couple 8s as well to go along with the 9s that were out there. I broke even, or I made a little bit of money on each one of those, I guess, if I do a dollar cost average for the 600 cards I had. The rest of the stuff that went out this week was some vintage cards I had laying around, some old Mario stuff that I had sitting around. Nothing overly valuable, but I did want to move on from. A little bit surprised that these Gem Mint Super Mario cards didn't do better. I basically broke even on those at $13. I was selling these raw for $20 a piece. So yeah, unfortunate. And some Tiffany stuff. The hockey fans just aren't into Tiffany cards yet. That's more of a baseball collector genre, I guess, with the premium 80s cards. Mark Recchi, $9. Raw, these go for 20 each. A Jeremy Roenick goes for about 70 raw, 60, 70 raw. So I lost quite a bit on these hockey cards. It was time to get out of them. I shouldn't have been buying hockey because I don't know anything about the sport. Basically gave this away for free. So my lower end stuff, there just wasn't very much money moving within the auctions this week. Luckily for me, the pain is almost over. This is my last, or this coming weekend is my last decent sized auction run. After this, it's just a couple odds and ends, but I don't plan on running any more auctions for quite some time. I have to recover from all the losses I took on these sales. Barney McFly's already up to $92. I'll net 94 on that sale, so that's pretty strong. I sold, gosh, I want to say it was about 120, 130 PSA 8 a few weeks ago. So this should be, I hope to get over $100 on this one. If I can get 250 on this one, 100 on this one, I'm pretty close to break even at that point, and I still have 6 graded cards left over that I intended to keep for myself. Another George McFly, and then my last Mario card. If this doesn't go for 40 or 50, I'll be really disappointed. And then a bunch of vintage coming up. This is all stuff that I'm just cleaning out. Sitting around the house, really not a lot of value. Might as well just get it onto somebody else's collection. As far as ComC goes, ComC, again, another really strong week. By far my favorite selling platform. With them, it's typically my raw stuff. A lot of singles, a lot of Back to the Future sold. So, pretty good for, just sending in a bunch of cards you don't really want. It helps consolidate them down into actual value. What I ended up picking up this week, my big get really excited about is I bought a Shohei Ohtani rookie. This is his 2013 BBM throwback, I guess. This is the best way to put it. I think this is a throwback of the 1992 design. And for $145, yeah, yes please. And also it's the promo version too, so it was the release before the actual pack version. So really stoked there, and I picked up some other stuff as well. Let's see, PSA has shown a lot of movement in the last week with stuff moving into assembly. Still a lot of stuff in grading. This one's been in research and ID for a long time. What's primarily in this order is ultra rare stuff that you don't typically see. There's some 101s in here. There's a bunch of Mortal Kombats that people probably don't even know exist. Walking Dead. So good stuff there.
So I finally got a PSA order back. Not sure why, but PSA has been crazy slow on the assembly process. This order sat in assembly for almost 2 months, I want to say, before it got back to me. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with how they came out. There were some lower grade cards that I didn't bring back, and I knew they were going to be lower grade. I sent them in to see how they were going to view the edges. So I have quite a few of these cards still raw, so this was a nice little experiment. So first card, the Temp Warrior, kind of a provocative face image there. Fullest came in as a 9. I got several of these, so I'm going to start combing through those. Actually, I sold a card before it even arrived at my house, so that unfortunately isn't available. Here's another one, 9. The Arc is open. It's a really cool card. Shockingly, no gems out of this entire order, even though every card in here was packed fresh. Tough grader. He really hammered me on some cards that I might show him. Got really low grade that were packed fresh. Didn't quite understand it. Here is our heroes, Doomed, and the PSA 9. It's a nice card. You can see how the edges are really rough on these O-Peachy cards, and that's kind of why I wanted to do the experiment to see how they were going to look at that. As long as the cut looks like it's natural, it looks like they're going to go ahead and let those slide. It's pretty rough. Another 9, Master of the Bullwhip. Really cool card. Oops. just knocking crap about. So professional. Well, I'm not a pro. So anyway, a 9. Really cool. These are all posted right now on eBay. I'll probably be sending them into Fanatics shortly. I'm just really trying to get into vault type selling because I really don't want to have to deal with shipping and cancel orders and so forth. Here is Indiana Jones rookie card. This is card number 2. I sent in 3 of these. One of them they actually wouldn't grade. They sent it back as miscut, do not grade, and I've never seen that before. But anyway, this is a 2, came in at an 8. I think the 8s are selling for right around $100 right now. I'm not 100% sure, but I think the title card is actually the most sought after card. It's got Indiana Jones on it, Raiders of the Lost Ark, all that stuff. I sent in 3, and they all got PSA 8s. And it's really weird. This one came in at an 8, but it has that printing issue right there. This one doesn't have the printing issue, but it's pretty low on centering. So I get why that one's an 8. I agree. This is the card I couldn't quite figure out why I didn't get a 9. Strong centering. No printing issues, no significant printing issues on the front. But it came in at an 8. It always bugs me when they grade 3 cards in a row exactly the same when there are significant differences between the 3. Here is the Salah, and a PSA 8. I sent in 2 of these, and they both got 8s. Really happy with that. So what I plan to do on these is to go ahead and get these posted, get these sold, and then the other base cards that I still have left over, what I'm going to do with those is investigate and research these to see how they grade it out and start sending some of those in. And then lastly, the creature they call Tot, and a PSA 9. So cool.
To finish up this week, I kind of wanted to look at, I do want to look at the indexes. They are still strong over the course of the last month. Seeing a lot of positive movement pretty much across the board. There's some of the non-sport stuff that's giving it back, a little bit of the profits that were made earlier. I think right now with baseball season wrapping, football and basketball starting, there's a shift into the sports card market. So you'll probably see some profit taking on the, or at least I will be taking some profits on my non-sports so that I can purchase some, probably baseball, I think is what I'm going to be focusing on right now. Maybe a little bit of vintage basketball, but mostly baseball. I like to buy at the end of the seasons. And then hopefully I'll have stuff graded and ready for the beginning of next season. But thank you for tuning in. I'm experimenting. This is all new to me, so I apologize for the choppiness. I'm doing the segment thing right now because I'm very lazy. I don't like to edit, and I have to learn how to do all this stuff. So once again, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully I have an update for you shortly. Thanks.